So today we're going to do a real estate celebrity homes tour of the characters and writer of the famous Sunset Boulevard.
You're Norma Desmond. Used to be in silent pictures, used to be big.
I am big. It's the pictures that got small.
That movie was in 1950, and it's apparent still to this day the effects and the imprint of that movie as it had in West Hollywood and other places in Los Angeles. For instance, right behind me, I'm on the corner of Norma, and now I'm not exactly sure if that street was named after Norma Desmond, but it seems coincidental. And by coincidence, I mean that just around the corner there's a condo complex called the Desmond.
Norma Desmond.
There was Schwab's Pharmacy, and now it is a mini mall, which there is a pharmacy there. It's a CVS. It's also a movie theater, restaurants, a gym, all that good stuff.
I drove down to headquarters. That's the way a lot of us think about Schwab's drugstore. Kind of a combination office, coffee clutch, and waiting room.
And now we're going to head towards the actual location of the house that you saw in Sunset Boulevard. We're going to go to the location, however, that house is not there, but I just want to check out the spot where it would have been.
Yes, this is Sunset Boulevard, Los Angeles, California.
Now this section of Sunset Boulevard is quite busy. It says 35 miles an hour, but people just bolt down this street.
As I drove back towards town, I took inventory of my prospects. They now added up to exactly 0.
It's on a pretty busy street, so I'm going to try to slow down as much as I can. It's at 10079 Sunset Boulevard. Here we are at 10,000. So the location of where the Sunset Boulevard house would have been right here, like in these bushes. So not too exciting, but here we are.
Where do you live?
Hollywood, ALTO NIDO apartments.
Apartments. They're now called the Chateau Alto Nido. And in that window right there in the middle would have been where William Holden lived.
Things were tough at the moment. I hadn't worked in a studio for a long time. So I sat there grinding out original stories, 2 a week.
Gloria was a military baby. She was born in Chicago, moved from base to base. When her parents got divorced, her mom moved her over to Hollywood, and she got a job in 1916 with the MACK SENNETT studios in Hollywood. Not too far off of Sunset Boulevard is the MACK SENNETT studios, where Gloria Swanson got her start in 1916. Here it is.
Say it.
She made several silent film movies with Cecil, and then in 1929 she decided to open up her own production company, and she made her first actual talkie in 1929. She made a couple, and then she got tired of the scripts that were being written. She didn't think they were very good, so she ended up going out of the show business after that, and did her own stuff. And it looked like she lived up this little tiny little road. I don't even know if I'm allowed to go back up here, but I'm going to go anyway. Looks like there's just a few homes on this street area. This is 2401 Effie Street in the Silver Lake neighborhood of Los Angeles. I feel funny driving up this driveway to see the house, but I think I'll pass this time. Usually I'm a little bit more bold about that, but...
Norma, you're a woman of 50. Now grow up. There's nothing tragic about being 50. Not unless you try to be 25.
Billy Wilder directed some other movies that were hits. Double Indemnity, Some Like It Hot, The Apartment, and Sabrina. You've probably heard of some of those. The director Billy Wilder was born on June 22nd, 1906 in the Austrian Poland. It's actually the Kingdom of Galicia and Lodomeria. Never heard of that. And then he died in 2002, March 27, 2002 in Beverly Hills. So here's Billy Wilder's house here at 704 North Beverly Drive in Beverly Hills. Nice place. Looks like there's a little fountain in front. Who knows if that was there when he lived here, but this is the location. The famous Beverly Drive. You've probably seen in a lot of movies. Palm Tree Line Street. They actually filmed the opening credits to the Beverly Hillbillies on this street. And here's the condo complex that Billy Wilder and his wife left their Beverly Hills house for. They moved over here to 10375 Wilshire Boulevard. Now the Billy Wilder Theater is part of the Hammer Museum, which is right over here. It's on the corner of Wilshire and Westwood, over here in Westwood. It's not open now because of the coronavirus, but when it opens back up, you can actually go there for free of charge. That CecilBDemille's home was actually not in Beverly Hills, but in Los Feliz, which is just east of East Hollywood. Close enough to the studios on the other side of the mountain, just near the Hollywood sign, Griffith Observatory, all that kind of stuff. He purchased that home for $28,000, and Angelina Jolie just bought that a couple of years ago, back in 2018, for $25 million. And CecilBDemille's old home, now owned by Angelina Jolie, is actually on DeMille Road. So you have the road named after him. Now, we're probably not going to be able to go in there because I believe it's gated. So we'll pull up to the gates and see what we can see. Sometimes gates are open, so you never know. And here we come up to the gates.
Turn left on DeMille Drive.
I'm going to try to turn left here. Looks like somebody just drove in, so I just missed it. But this is the street that CecilBDemille lived in.
In 400 feet, you'll arrive. Your destination will be on
And
the left.
this is where Angelina Jolie lives. So I almost made it. Oh well, maybe next time.
I knew a big shot over there who would always like me. And the time had come to take a little advantage of it.
We're on Melrose Avenue in front of the Paramount Studios gate. You can see the arches. Now these arches probably are not the same arches as in the movie Sunset Boulevard, where Gloria Swanson barrels in with her old Italian classic. The home that was in Sunset Boulevard is actually in Los Angeles. It's not in Beverly Hills. In fact, that's been torn down. I believe it was in 1957 or something like that.
It was like that old woman in Great Expectations. That Miss Havisham in her rotting wedding dress and her torn wedding.
It was located, but they tore it down to make this building, the Harbor Building, and this is actually where the Getty headquarters was. As you drive through this neighborhood, you can see the types of homes that are still standing, which did kind of look like the home in Sunset Boulevard from that same era. I mean, look at this house. It looks dead on the same era. Boulevard and drive out to Santa Monica, we can see where William Holden and his wife lived. They actually purchased a penthouse in a building in Santa Monica, and actually they owned the entire building at one point. He lived on the top floor. Pretty cool building. I try to get out, but there's like no parking here. Still looks like it's in really good shape. Kind of like this Art Deco modernism look going on along the coast. I'm sure he had a great view from his penthouse. I thought that would be the end of the Sunset Boulevard house tour / celebrity homes real estate thing. Gloria Swanson actually had a place down here in San Clemente, California, about an hour and 15 minutes south of Los Angeles. Just so happens I'm going to be passing through that area, so I figured I would grab a shot of that place too while I'm down here.
Don't you want to come along, darling?
I can see why she picked this community. This little neighborhood is just beautiful.
Shut up. I'm rich. I'm richer than all this new Hollywood trash.
And here is the house where Gloria Swanson lived in San Clemente. She had some beautiful views in the background of the ocean. Wonderful little patio in the front. Just imagine her walking around this neighborhood. There's a little placard of Gloria Swanson house.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Well, that concludes this edition of the Celebrity Homes Tour / real estate tour. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like this video, I'd appreciate it. And stay tuned for more to come.